Hi, it's Ken Okel with Help with Video, back to give you more actionable advice for improving yourself on video. It's a great promotion tool. So here's one of the biggest questions we get. How do I create a better relationship between me and the camera? First, here's something I used years ago when I worked in broadcasting. I've heard it for a long time. I don't know who originated it, but it's a great idea. You look at the camera and you pretend like you're talking to one person. So maybe it's your best friend, maybe it's your mom. You just focus on the camera lens and you imagine that you're talking to a person rather than a bunch of metal and glass and plastic. It's a good way to bring you a little more to life. So give that a shot. Now, you may find that you can only go so far with that. So let's take it to the next level. And that brings in our special sign of the day. Here it is. You don't just want to have one person that you're talking to. You want to have a cast of characters. Here's what I'm talking about. I want you to have one person that you're talking to, but I want you to be able to switch which person it is. So go through your life and think about how you talk to people, because we talk to people differently depending on circumstances, situations, how we're feeling that day. For instance, if you're talking to, let's say, your parents, you may be a little more nurturing. Let's say your best friend has just come to you and said, you know what, I'm going to sell all my possessions and I'm going to run away and join the circus, and you know that's a bad idea for them. Well, you would speak to them kind of like, hey, I don't think that's a good idea. Notice how your pitch, your voice, your emotion kind of changes, whereas if you're nurturing, it's more like, hey, mom, dad, glad to see you, hope everything's going well. Let's say that a friend just found out that they lost their job. You would talk to them probably, with a lot of support, like, hey, it's okay. You can pick yourself up. You can go to that next level. Don't worry about what's happened in the past. Your future's good. Notice how for all these, you're kind of changing the way you talk. Well, think of that with the camera. So you've got your whole menu of all these people who you have in your mind. So you pick one for a certain situation. So if you're delivering a call to action, well, you'd want to think of who would I be talking to where I'd want to deliver a call to action. Maybe it's that person who just lost their job and you're trying to pump them up. Let's say you're trying to record a video where you're telling people, hey, stop messing up. Well, think about it in your life. Who have you ever talked to where you've said, hey, if you make this mistake again, there's going to be trouble. It's acting. It's also relating to the camera. It's bringing out the stuff that's inside you and bringing it to the audience. So give it a shot. It may feel a little weird at first, but the idea is I want you to keep practicing, finding out kind of where's your boundary, where's your comfort zone, and then push you outside of that a little bit. So start developing your cast of characters. For more tips, go to my website, helpwithvideo.com. A lot of other clips on the blog that you can check out. Also want to tell you, if you're getting started, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to buy, go to the equipment page. That's where I've given you various examples of products that I've used or are familiar with. It gives you a good starting point. See if you want to get something, or maybe check out some other options that are out there. The idea that I always stress to people, don't overspend if you're starting up your video production. All right, so keep working on your cast of characters, and I'll talk to you again soon. I'm Ken Okel. Take care.